everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we have a new update and some clarification into the regard of the MCU's Spider-Man contract with Tom Holland. It's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video. We of course are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, kind of break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we'd be anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. The head of streaming, television, and animation at Marvel Studios, Brad Wenderbum, finally has recently taken to explain Tom Holland's tedious contract with Sony Pictures. And coming from him, it's honestly a bit interesting, seeing as I had mentioned, he's technically the head of streaming, television, and animation. Pretty much everything and anything that you see hit Disney Plus that comes from Marvel Studios. And well, a big thing when it comes to Tom Holland and his Spider-Man character is that he's never actually appeared in a Disney Plus series. Of course, there is the newly released neighborhood-friendly Spider-Man show that recently came out in January, so there is some like contract work that goes into that because it's a Spider-Man character, dealing with Spider-Man characters of course as well, and fans finally know which MCU project the Spider-Man actor can be cast in, especially when it comes to live action, part of the actual canon MCU as well. Tom Holland had played a major role in keeping his version of Spider-Man in the MCU for at least a few more upcoming projects, and hopefully beyond that, and hopefully it feels like, quite honestly, that they're walking on eggshells half the time, so hopefully it won't be for just a couple more, projects, but hopefully it will go so much more than just that, like the next, presumably whatever the future saga would be for the MCU and for Marvel Studios outside of the multiversal saga after Avengers Secret Wars comes out and brings it all to a conclusion in 2027. It seemed that Sony and Marvel Studios would not be able to agree to share Spider-Man rights, and still a deal was finally inked, confirming that Tom Holland could appear in MCU movies other than just his own self-titled Spider-Man flicks, such as the upcoming Avengers films, Avengers Doomsday, and Avengers Secret Wars, and even there, he's heavily anticipated to play a big role. So, more recently, in an interview with Brandon Davis for the Phase Hero podcast shared over YouTube, Marvel Studios head of streaming, television, and animation Brad Wenderbum was asked about Tom Holland's Spider-Man appearing in live-action Disney Plus projects in particular and specific. Hence why this would be a question answered by Brad Wenderbum. Wenderbum gave some insight into what the deal between Sony and Marvel Studios currently allows when it comes to Tom Holland in particular and Spider-Man, explaining that the latter does not have long-form television rights actually. Like, that's just something that isn't ever been inked and isn't something that's currently a part of the ongoing deal between Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. Those instead belong to Sony, meaning that Spider-Man cannot legally be featured in a live-action, heavy emphasis on live-action, Disney Plus project or any other Marvel Studios television series other than the Spider-Man neighborhood-friendly show, which is honestly a bit confusing. Those instead belong to Sony. He explains that a bit more in quote, "I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but I think that they have long-form television rights at Sony, pretty sure. We could do like 30 minutes of an animated project." Ending that quote right there, answering my question right there, the neighborhood-friendly Spider-Man, or whatever order it goes in, show, and why that's able to be a thing. The original deal between Disney and Sony regarding the rights to Spider-Man came in 2015. Essentially, the deal started that Sony would own, finance, and distribute solo Spider-Man films within the MCU, even though that franchise is Marvel Studios and Disney's property. So all of the current Spider-Man solo movies with Tom Holland set within the MCU, Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home were all under the Sony banner technically. However, the deal allowed Tom Holland's Spider-Man to be a side character in other Marvel Studios films, hence him appearing in the next two Avengers movies, and that's also why he was in Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. It's for those two reasons. Like, he isn't a prominent character or like the main character, and it isn't named after him essentially. It's also assumed that the new deal between Disney and Sony is very similar, if not the same. As seen in Spider-Man No Way Home most recently, it also allows Marvel Studios characters to cross over into Sony movies, such as Doctor Strange or Matt Murdock, as we saw. It's also believed that Tom Holland signed on to play Spider-Man in 6 more films most recently, and if that's true, 3 of them will likely be a second Spider-Man trilogy, as anticipated. Then 2 more of those would most likely be Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, leaving that final one kind of just like up in the air. Like maybe he could appear somewhere else in another like just random solo movie as a side character, essentially, like he did in Captain America Civil War. Honestly, I think it would be really cool to see him pop up in a Midnight Suns movie, if and when they do that. But of course, let me know what you guys would want to see Tom Holland Spider-Man pop up in, like that technically 6 movie that they're kind of entitled to, in the comments down below. Most recently, Daredevil Born Again, which has already received quite some strong reviews from the critics, and its first 2 episodes are now streaming on Disney Plus, is one of the biggest upcoming MCU projects and opportunities that many fans have circled on their release date calendars. And since the series is set within New York, viewers hoped for at least a cameo for the character of Spider-Man, if not more. Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock appears in Spider-Man No Way Home, as I had mentioned, and was taken as a major deal, and many want the 2 characters to share the screen as much as possible in their superhero costumes. However, the record-breaking upcoming Daredevil series legally just won't be allowed to feature Spider-Man, hence the whole deal that I just mentioned. The Sony Marvel deal also means that Spider-Man will not show up in any other important upcoming live-action shows, nor any animated shows that were to be longer than 30-minute productions, and that aren't actually, like, animated, of course. So that also explains why every episode of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is between that, like, end of the line 29 minutes and 33 minutes in length. Legally, none of the episodes should and would be long enough to be categorized as an hour-long episode or series, of course. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys all think in the comments down below. Would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well, I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video, as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel, almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below, or to the channel. Also use codes Team Iron Man or Team Cap in all caps, depending on what team you are a part of, to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.